Change Leadership with Batchelor. What do we mean by change leadership? Well, let's think about leadership. Let's think about leaders. And think about people or types of people that come to mind when we think about leaders throughout time, throughout history. Often we'll start thinking about who is a change leader in terms of people that have made a difference in the world. So maybe we'll think about people that helped us to get through big wars. We'll think about people who peacefully migrated a whole nation towards a different viewpoint, or started a movement that made a phenomenal change within society. But also, leaders who make changes can have negative influences. We may have people like Genghis Khan here, who actually is not seen as necessarily having the most positive of change activities. People like Napoleon, or people who were perhaps on the opposing side at the last World War. No matter what your views are on people being a change leader, some people lead change for good, and some people not so good. But this is very much on a global scale, on an international scale. And it's worth considering what we mean by a change leader within an organization. Let's consider the qualities that we expect to see from a change leader in an organization. Somebody you actually want to follow will probably have a set of qualities that you see being applied day in, day out. Here we have the construct of very many qualities that you will see with a good quality, good or great leader in your organizations. People who are admired, inspiring, proactive, encouraging, show success, enable people to do things, empower them, motivate them. People you truly want to follow. But above all else, what do these leaders generally have in common? They make change. And they make successful change. They actually make change happen in a way that other people struggle or feel challenged to put in place. So let's consider change leadership. What do we really truly mean by the term change leadership? I like the quote, the definition, the way John Cotter describes change leadership. Change leadership, he says, concerns the driving forces, visions, and processes that fuel large-scale transformation. Interestingly, he uses the term large-scale transformation. Transformation occurs at a strategic level. Large-scale change often occurs at a strategic level. So when we talk about change leadership, we're really talking about change at a strategic level. We're talking about how people have developed and delivered change and led others through it with their own drive, vision, and support mechanisms to make change. The qualities that underline good change leadership include the application of change agency, demonstrated resilience, and of course leadership. A change leader will exercise change agency by engaging individuals across their organization, representing their views, and reflecting upon the impact of the change. They have resilience. They have a capacity and a strength to cope with what's thrown at them. But they also have understanding of why things are happening so that they can come to terms with it in a more positive and constructive way. And they exercise leadership. They can demonstrate direction. They know where they're going. And the people that follow them are empowered and enabled to make a difference. Finally, I'd like to just touch on change leadership and its role for innovation. Innovation is a fascinating evolution in itself. We used to invent things, now we innovate things. And innovation is about thinking differently. But I put back to you to consider the role of leadership and change leaders in enabling innovation to take place. Think about every innovation that's managed. It's much like they've managed a change. Where they have new ideas, those are just changes. Those innovations are effectively changes. And leaders of innovation are generally seen as leaders of change, whether it be within an organization or within society as a whole. If you want to develop your change leadership muscles, you might be interested in attending one of our one-day workshops, Managing and Leading Change, coming up in this fall. We have workshops in Toronto on September the 26th, and then later again on December the 9th. We also have a workshop in Brampton on November the 9th. These workshops will enable you to build your own change canvas to manage and lead any changes that you're currently dealing with. To register for these workshops or any of our other learning events, go to our website www.capillarylearning.com or contact us via email info@capillarylearning.com.